J-Dev is back at it here to give everyone another Breaking Bad Season 1 episode reaction video, but before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Breaking Bad, that you take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I always put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I would suggest, and so would everyone else, that you don't watch this video any further to avoid potential spoilers. This is going to be Breaking Bad Season 1, Episode number 2. Title of this episode is called Cats in the Bag. This is going to be my reaction review recap of the episode. Walt and Jesse return the RV to Jesse's house, which of course previously owned by Jesse's late aunt. When they open the RV to remove the two bodies inside, they notice that Crazy 8 is actually still breathing despite inhaling toxic phosphorine gas. The unconscious Crazy 8 is taken into the basement and secured to a pole, eventually with a bug lock around his neck. Now, Walt suggests that they should use hydrofluoric acid to dissolve Emilio's corpse so that it leaves no evidence behind. Walt and Jesse must dispose of the corpse and kill Crazy 8 and toss a coin to see who will do the task. Jesse wins and chooses to dispose of the corpse, leaving Walt to kill Crazy 8. Now, Walt instructs Jesse to buy a bin made from polythene in which the corpse can be properly dissolved, but Jesse cannot find a bin big enough to accommodate it. Walt thinks about suffocating Crazy 8, but is unable to go through with the act. He instead gives Crazy 8 food, water, a pail to crap and piss in, and toilet paper out of guilt. When Jesse returns home and asks if Crazy 8 has been killed yet, Walt promises to take care of Crazy 8 the next day. Meanwhile, Walt has to get to an appointment with Skyler having a sonograph. They find out that Skyler's baby is a girl, and she's so small now, and just think what'll happen when she's 15 and wants to go on dates. And then Walt has a moment of I'm not going to be around because I'm going to die pretty soon. And then Skyler starts to, just because Walt's acting weird and he's coming home at random times, she begins to suspect that Walt is doing something in secret due to this strange behavior that she's not used to. And she knows that Jesse's been making calls to Walt's home, or somebody's been making calls to Walt's home, and Skyler traces the number online and discovers it's a drug-related website. She questions Walt as to who he is, and Walt actually tells her that Jesse is his drug dealer that sells him marijuana. So Skyler does a reverse phone number lookup and finds his address and goes to Jesse to confront him, while Jesse, of course, is trying to dispose of Emilio's body, warning him, I should say, that her brother-in-law is a DEA agent and she's not afraid to go to him. But Skyler doesn't notice the corpse that Jesse's dragging. And then Jesse does not find the specific plastic bin Walt instructed him to use, so Jesse thinks that and decides to dissolve the corpse in his upstairs bathtub. However, the hydrofluoric acid dissolves this ceramic and metal bathtub along with the body. This causes the ceiling beneath it to collapse, spilling Emilio's liquefied remains all over the hallway below. And then Walt tells Jesse that hydrofluoric acid will dissolve anything except plastic. Hence why I told you to get that particular bin. There's also a moment in the episode that I don't want to touch on where Walt is talking to Skyler, and he's like, for once, Skyler, do me a favor and stay off my ass. Get off my ass. One of the funnier moments, even though it wasn't super funny, but it was just funny that Walt said it all nonchalantly. And then the episode ends with two Native American children playing in the desert, and they find one of the gas masks that they use to cook. And that's the end. So, okay episode. Not as good as the first, in my opinion. It's kind of slow. A lot of people like this episode a little bit better than the pilot. I disagree. I think it's an 8.0 out of 10. That's my score of it. As far as the character of the episode, well, because he's hilarious and there was more focus on him in this episode, I feel like I'm going to give it to Jesse. I did like the Walt stuff. That was great. Other than that, not a lot. So, good follow-up, though. So, you've heard what I have to say. it's your turn. So if you're a fan of the Breaking Bad, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, go ahead and share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me a comment with your thoughts regarding the episode, or you can just talk about Breaking Bad in general. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.